Hey friend, do you ever feel like you just can't get a grip on what's going on in your life? Like no matter what you do, it's not enough and you just keep getting further behind and there's just so much more that you need to do. And then other times, are you feeling like you are giving everything mentally, but when you look around, there's no effort to be seen? That no matter what you do, what you feel like you do, you're just exhausted at the end of the day, even if you didn't really get anything done. Well, I go through seasons of that myself, especially when I'm at home a lot. It feels that way to me. So the best way that I have found to get out of that stinky, yucky feeling is by going and helping someone, by getting a client, by praying that God would send me the right person to help. And every time that I help someone, I am fueled. I am so much more efficient at home. I am so much more on top of what needs to be done. And I'm so much better at getting my priorities in order. It's been a long time since I've had a slow season, but I remember so many times in my life where I just felt like no matter what I did, it wasn't enough. I just felt so defeated at the end of the day. And during those seasons, it was looking back on them. What I see from those really difficult seasons was that I was growing. It was a stretching season for me. I was growing. I was changing. I wasn't in a fruitful season. It was the harvesting season where I was just digging and planting and doing. And then the waiting period where it seems like I have done so much and there should be something to show for it, just waiting for that harvest to be seen. And yet it still hasn't shown any fruit. I still feel like there's more to do and that it still isn't where it needs to be. Do you ever feel that way too? I'm sure you do. We all go through seasons of that in our lives, in our careers, in our homes, in our parenting, where we keep coming up with we keep dealing with the same problems or the same frustrations over and over again, and we keep doing. And sometimes it just seems like everything just blends together and you forget what day of the week it is because all your days seem to be the same. I remember in seasons like that, when I have felt that way, it was obvious to me that I wasn't prioritizing properly. When I felt like all of my days were the same, that they just blended together and they were just a blur and I couldn't remember what day of the week it was. What are you missing? What is missing in your life that is making it so that you feel like everything is just all blended together and that no matter what you do, it's not enough? Well, when I look back at my life and over those seasons of time, the thing that was missing was that I was not prioritizing the Sabbath rest. I did not prioritize a day of rest for myself or my family or my home. I did not prioritize my quiet time and my mental focus time. And I know that is so hard when you have a lot of little children around and you're sleep deprived. In fact, I haven't slept through the night but once in the last 3 weeks because my children have waked me up. I understand. My youngest is 6. So what is going on? But that's just where I am in life, where I just get these seasons where I still get interrupted. So I do understand. There are times in my life when I had 6 children at my home and 3 2-year-olds to take care of, and like no break, and all the weight of everything that was supposed to get done at the house was on my shoulders and my responsibility. And when children are needing you 24 hours a day, every single day, it is so easy to get distracted when we don't turn off and make something change. We have to make it different. We have to prioritize what's really important. And for me, prioritizing what's really important starts with my spiritual health, my spiritual person, the spiritual part of me. That's what prioritizing first. So just prioritizing waking up and praying first thing before I get out of bed, waking up and thanking God for a new day, waking up and asking for God's grace to help me to control my temper and be able to manage the tantrums of the day as I'm dealing with all the little ones, or even teenagers and all their big emotions, and helping, just prioritizing that as the first thought and last thought before I go to sleep, praying and thanking Him and asking Him to protect my family and keep us safe as we sleep, to give us focus and purpose in our life and to show us what we need to do, show us where we need to spend our time and our energy and our attention, and just make it clear to us where we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to be doing so that we don't get lost in this world of distraction. And when I prioritize that, and I prioritize going to church on Sundays and spending time with other people and listening to the pastor and the sermon and listening to that and going and just prioritizing making Sunday a different day, making it a little different than the rest of the week. When I prioritize that, I can see and feel a difference in my perspective the rest of the week. And when I don't, it is so easy to get lost in all of the distractions of our to-do list and everyone else's needs and wants and hopes for whatever we're supposed to be doing and whatever other people want us to be doing, and all the things that we aren't doing that we should be doing, and all the things that we should have done better, and we haven't gotten the laundry put away, and we haven't finished the dishes, and this corner's piled up, and that piece of furniture is only half painted, and all the things on our to-do list that need to be done get so distracting and feel like such a heavy burden because our priorities aren't in order. Now, when I prioritize first my spiritual health, second, my relationship health with the people that I live with and the people that I love, prioritizing those things. Third, my physical health, making sure that I'm eating properly, that I am staying hydrated throughout the day, and that the things that I am eating and drinking are nutritious, and that I'm getting some exercise and I'm not staying in a seated position for too long at a time, that I'm making time to go and stretch my legs, and that I am getting outside for a little bit and not looking at a screen too many hours of the day. When I'm prioritizing those things in my life, it makes everything else fall into place. It makes me feel like I have gotten something accomplished for the day. And when I feel like I've gotten something accomplished for the day, it inspires me to do even more, to get something else done. What's one more thing I could do before I go to bed? What's one more thing I could do before we leave? What is, what do I need to prioritize for tomorrow? What needs to wait till tomorrow so that I can get these other things done? Because when I'm not prioritizing what needs to get done, everything on my to-do list feels like such a heavy weight and like an impossible task to get done. So One of the best ways that I have worked on getting my priorities in order is to use a time blocking schedule and to follow that and to fit in the to-do list stuff. So fit in some time to have your quiet time. Fit it in somewhere. Fit in that time to trim your nails and maybe fix your nail polish, or schedule in some time at the salon if that's what you do. Or maybe I need some kid-free time where my toddlers and little children aren't going to help me paint the furniture, and plan some time to get that done while they're distracted. I can get that all on my to-do list when I have everything prioritized as to what I need to be focusing on. So, for example, first thing in the morning, what do you need to be focusing on so you can get everybody where they need to go at the first start of the day? Well, for our family, trying to get everyone out the door for school, my husband off to work, the things I need to prioritize for the morning revolves around other people. I don't have to rush out other than to just drive a kid to school. I don't have to stay out of the house. I don't have to go in front of people. I can stay in my car for any errands that I have to do. So first thing in the morning, I don't have to prioritize getting myself fully dressed and ready. I need to be presentable in case I needed to get out of the car for an emergency or something. However, I don't have to have a full face of makeup on or have my hair fixed or anything else. I do need to have shoes, and I need to have pants and hopefully a bra, right? What are the priorities that we have to do first thing in the morning? First thing in the morning, I've got to make sure that my kids are ready, that their hair is fixed, that their teeth are brushed, that they have clothes that they need, that all of their stuff is together, and that they have their lunches packed, and that they are awake, and that we do a quick tidy of anything that got dropped in the getting ready part of the day. Blankets knocked off the bed onto the floor, pajamas left on the floor instead of put in the hamper, breakfast mess cleaned up. What do we need to do really quick? That is in my morning block of the day, getting those must-do things done. So in between taking my younger children to school and my daughter to school, my oldest to school, what we do, I will often be doing my makeup in that 10-minute stretch. Hair and makeup can be done in such a short time if I have places to go or people to see, right? I can do my makeup routine very quickly, but I can at least be ready to leave the house and go run errands or do something pretty quickly. By the time that everyone's at school, I'm ready for the day as well. When I don't do that, by the time I get everybody ready for school, then I'll spend twice as much time getting ready if I'm not doing it with a time frame. I will spend twice as much time getting the kitchen cleaned up if I don't do it in a time frame and I know that I need to do it before this happens. And so that is one of the things that I have focused on for myself, because before I had children, I would spend hours getting ready for the day. I would spend hours getting ready on Saturday to go somewhere. I mean, like 3 hours. I don't even know what I did in 3 hours getting ready. Now I can get ready in just a few minutes. It doesn't take a long time. I can be showered and ready to go in 15 minutes. Now, that does not include washing hair. I have curly hair. It is not 15 minutes out the door. It takes a lot more work to get curly hair styled and ready. So that doesn't happen daily, right? But we have these things that we know that we can do in a short amount of time if we're in a rush. But if we're not in a rush, then we drag stuff out and we waste parts of our day. When we do that, the other things on our list end up getting ignored, and the priorities start to slip. When we take too much time doing something that's not important, like putting on makeup, not important, right? Not important. Yes, I feel more put together when I have my makeup on, but spending a long time doing it is not important. I can do that very quickly. I can do a full face of makeup in less than 5 minutes. It doesn't take a long time. it shouldn't take a long time. That should not be something that you spend hours doing. It really should be something, these things that we spend a long time on need to have a big lasting impact, not just for a few hours of the day where I'm going to look put together and it's going to be important. That is not something that's going to be a daily thing. That's the things that we need to focus on are things that really are important. Like, what is going to make a real impact for your family? If you spend typically 20 minutes getting ready, what if you cut that time in half and then spend that next 10 minutes mopping the floor or something that's going to make everybody feel better because it smells fresh and it looks so nice and clean when they come in? What if you spent that extra 10 minutes, 20 minutes and made some fresh bread in the bread machine, or started your crock pot meal for dinner tonight, and then you had time to play a game with your children because dinner's already ready in the crock pot? What if you spent that extra 10 minutes and did some exercises? Then you would feel not only better, but you would be healthier. You would be helping your body, and you being healthier and prioritizing your physical needs is going to help your entire family. Because when we are tired from eating the wrong foods and not exercising properly, or not stretching and not doing enough for our physical health, then we're letting our family down. Our family counts on us for so many things, and they need us to be around for a long time. So we have got to prioritize our own health. I was dealing with migraines. I haven't had them in so long, and then all of a sudden I stopped going to the chiropractor, and it's been a couple months since I've been to the chiropractor, and I know I did something, and I messed my neck up, and I have had a migraine off and on for 2 weeks now. 2 weeks I've been dealing with this migraine, half of a day, and then all of the next day, and then skip a day, and then the next day it comes back, and then it has been so annoying and frustrating. But I haven't made time to go back to the chiropractor and get my neck adjusted, even though I know that was what was causing it, was that it was my neck. Because if I did take a medication, it didn't phase it the same. It barely took the edge off. So I knew it wasn't normal. It was my neck. It was the alignment, and that a nerve was being pinched and causing that problem for me. So when I went to the chiropractor this morning, I felt so much more clear. My mind has felt clear all day because I got my neck adjusted. I prioritized my physical health, and I feel better. And I made sure to eat breakfast every day for the last month. I have made sure to eat a nutritious breakfast and not just grab some snacks on the way out the door and eat on my way to work, or just in the rush, or just ignore eating until it's almost 11 and I've been up since 6 o'clock and haven't eaten a thing. I can't do that. That's not healthy for my body. My body needs fuel to keep going. And so many times when I get up before 8 a.m., I will have run up and down the stairs probably 10 times, many days, many days. So I'm not sitting still. I'm up and down and around and doing all these things. And it just, I need to make sure that there's something to show for everything that I'm doing. And when I prioritize properly and I get myself in order for what I need to really be focusing on, then everything in my day goes better. This week I've been prioritizing, this month, the last few weeks, I've been prioritizing praying over my attitude and the way I treat my family, and how I can be more gentle with my words and not reactive when they do things that they know they're not supposed to do, and it triggers me. So I've noticed the things that they've been doing that normally I would have maybe yelled at them, or you've been really harsh complaining, or just speaking to them about the frustration I just witnessed with what they did. Instead, I've noticed that I've had a peacefulness and a strength of self-control to handle the situation and make it about what they did instead of about my reaction that they remember. I've noticed that. And I'm just so grateful for all the different things that I've been able to do and focusing on things. And if you guys don't have this book already, the book by Stormy O'Meriton is The Praying Wife, and the Praying, she has another one about praying for your children. And I got the book that has all of I think there's 3 of them together, praying for your adult children as well. And I have one book that has all of them together. And I just kind of wrote down the specifics about those prayers, about what it is that I need to pray about for my children, their friends, their focus on who they are, getting their value through who they are in Christ rather than who they are in their looks or by their actions of what they actually are capable of doing, because all of those things can change in an instant. We could be known for being the greatest runner and have an accident and not be able to run ever again. And then you feel like you've lost your identity. And so praying about their knowing who they are and the value of who they are, their friends, their character, for your husband, his reputation, like all of these different things that we need to pray about, that we would be wise with our finances, that we would be on the same page with our parenting. So anyways, I wrote down all of the prayers that really stood out to me as prayers that were on my heart. And I just kind of wrote down like a quick little, three words or something that goes along with how to pray. So for godly friends, for people who are going to encourage us to do better in life. These sorts of things are what I wrote down. For good relationships at work. This type of thing is what I wrote down. And then I pray over these categories of things for each one of my family members. And then also for myself. And that has been absolutely beautiful to see that change and that transformation over the last month of what I've been really focused on praying for my family. It just really has been so beautiful. And I hope that you guys are doing that too. And that you are taking the time to pray daily for your family. And that you are taking the time to, prayer does not have to be scary. It is just talking. I talk to God just like I'm talking to you right now. I talk to him and I just ask him and share what's on my heart. And I thank him for who he is and for all the things he's blessed me with already. That is what I do. It is not anything special or fancy. I just talk to him and pray to him just like I'm talking to you. And I hope that you guys can really see the value in that. I hope that if you are able to do this and be consistent in it, I pray that you will also see the difference in your life, that you will see it and you will feel it, and that not just you, but your family will notice the difference because you're putting your priorities in order, and that you will be able to be who you are intended to be and be able to live the life that you're intended to live because you are doing things with intention. I hope you have an awesome day. I love you guys so much, and I hope to hear from you soon. So feel free to reach out. You can email me at hello@thesosmom.com, or you can join the Facebook group. It is the SOS Mom Show, I believe, and it's Simplify, Organize, and Style. Looks just like the podcast cover, so it should be easy to find. All right, I hope you guys have an awesome week. I will talk to you soon. Bye.